Mishnah of the 10th chapter of Masechet Pesachim, which also is the last Mishnah of the entire Masechet, is the 9th. And this Mishnah has very little to do with actually the Pesach Seder. It deals with some concepts that are probably a little bit foreign and distant from us, but I'll do my best to explain. It deals with the Korban Pesach. Ha-Pesach achar chatzot metameh et hayadayim. The Korban Pesach, a person has up until midnight to eat the animal. After midnight, ha-Pesach achar chatzot, the leftover meat, metameh et hayadayim, it makes the hands unclean, because any meat left over after midnight has a status of notar. Notar is leftover, and therefore, if touched, it can make your hands tameh. It can make your hands unclean. So therefore, after midnight, if there's any meat left over, we know we have to put it away and get ready to burn it in a couple of days in the morning, because you cannot no longer eat it. So that's what the opening line of the Mishnah says. The Pesach achar chatzot, Pesach that is after midnight, metameh et hayadayim, has the ability to make the hands unclean. Ha-pigul v'hanotar, in general, any sacrifice that was made unfit due to improper intent, which means the person, the Kohen who was involved in the sacrifice, didn't have the right kavana. He wasn't thinking the right things. He thought it was this and really it was something else. And his mind just wasn't there. We call that a pigul. That's a korban pigul. It's one of the mitzvot in the Torah, believe it or not, that a pigul cannot be sacrificed. That if there was a pigul or hanotar, or any meat that was left over after the certain time, metamein et hayadayim, also has the ability to make one's hands impure. So not only does the Korban Pesach after midnight have that ability, but any pigul, any notar, has the ability to make the hands impure. Berach birkat ha-Pesach patar et shel zevach. If someone said the bracha on the Korban Pesach, he doesn't have to say anymore the blessing on the Korban Chagiga, the Zevach. There was another Korban that they brought every single holiday. It was called Korban Chagiga, and you also ate the Korban Chagiga. But once a person says the bracha for Korban Pesach, he doesn't have to say another bracha on the Korban Chagiga. It covers it. One bracha covers the second one. That's only if he did the bracha of Pesach first. Then it covers the bracha of the Zevach. But if it was the other way around, the Mishnah says differently. Berach et shel Zevach, lo patar et shel Pesach. Divrei Rabbi Ishmael. Rabbi Ishmael holds that if you did the bracha on the Korban Chagiga, then that does not cover the blessing for the Korban Pesach. Lo patar et shel Pesach. It does not cover the blessing of the Pesach. That's according to Rabbi Ishmael. The only way one bracha would cover the next is if you said the bracha for Pesach first. But if you do the bracha of Zevach first, if you did the bracha of Korban Chagiga, then that does not cover the Korban Pesach. That's the opinion of Rabbi Ishmael. Rabbi Akiva is most strict, and he says, Lo zo poteret zo, velo zo poteret zo. This one doesn't exempt you from this one, and this one doesn't exempt you from this one. Meaning, it makes no difference. You have to say a blessing on both of them. Just because you said the blessing on Pesach, that doesn't mean you don't have to say another blessing on Zevach. And just because you said one on Zevach, that doesn't mean you don't have to say the blessing on Pesach. Each Korban requires its own separate blessing. And that is how the Mishnah concludes, the chapter concludes, and the Masechet concludes as well.